Welcome back to the Home Print Studio. One of the easiest ways to make confident, expressive marks, especially if drawing isn't really your thing, is to let texture do the work for you. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to find and print from textures you already have around your home, from subtle surfaces to bold graphic patterns. So this is part 2 of my Make Your Mark preparation series, created to help you get ready for a few days of playful, pressure-free printmaking, or simply to open up new ways of working in your own practice. If you do want to join me for 3 days of gentle prompts, short how-to videos and practical live streams to kickstart your mark making in 2026, then do make sure you register for Make Your Mark, my free online event, via the link below, and we start on Friday the 27th of February. Right, let's explore the textures you have around you. So what I have here, again, I've raided my kitchen. So this is parchment or baking paper. That's really nice for scrunching up and making nice textures. We've got foil as well. That's also really nice to scrunch up, but in a different way. I have some cling film here. I don't normally use cling film, but I do have a roll of it in the kitchen for just such purposes. That can create beautiful textures. And I also just found this last plastic bag on a roll. It's got quite nice texture to it, so I thought I'd give that a go. Got some rubber bands here, I've got some string here. And I'm going to do what I did in the last video, last Make Your Mark video, which is just use my placemat here with some, I'm using oil paint, but you could use printmaking ink, block printing ink, anything like that. And I'm just using my roller to roll out a fairly even amount of it. And then what I'm going to do, this is one way of getting texture. It's pressing the texture into the ink and then pulling the texture away. Just bear in mind, it's worth keeping the texture with the ink on because you can print from that as well. And we'll do a little bit of that towards the end of this video. So I'm going to scrunch up some foil here. And again, just going to press that in to the ink. So what this is doing is it's just picking up some of the ink. So we're going to get a sort of negative mark. This is a negative way rather than a positive way of getting some texture. And again, I'm going to keep that for printing from. I am using, because I'm using an oil-based ink, that means it's going to stay wet, so to speak. So when I take the texture away, I can put it over to the side of the table, leave it for a little bit, and I can still print from it. You may not be able to do that so much with water-based ink because it will probably dry a bit quicker, but see how you go. I've got a pile of copy paper again here. This is non-archival, but it's cheap, plentiful, it's bright white, it's thin, so it's going to pick up lots of the textures, and it just means it's no pressure. I don't have to, it's not expensive. I can just use loads of it just to try out all these different textures and see what marks I can get. Now I used my Baron there, which is a printmaking thing that just basically applies even pressure, but you can use fingers as well. So particularly for these where I put the rubber bands, I need to get the paper to sort of go into the middle of them and round the edges. So I'm just using my fingers to get right in there. And got some lovely textures on there. Quite subtle at the bottom. So where that paper bag was, plastic bag was, is very subtle. The foil a bit more graphic, and then the rubber bands more graphic still. In fact, they've come out really, really well. They've kind of moved a bit as I've printed them. So what we can do now, in fact, I think what I'll do is take a print of what's left over from those rubber bands. So it's quite nice to get the rubber bands themselves, the silhouettes of the rubber bands, then the actual, what we might call a ghost print, what's left over afterwards. And we can also print from the rubber bands now they've got ink on as well, so we'll do that later. Okay, so not much left at the bottom there, but the where the rubber bands have been was quite a bit of nice ink and texture left there. So I'm using the cling film here. First of all, I'm just going to place it on, not really scrunching it up, just like without control really. I'm just placing it down and seeing what ink it picks up. So I would imagine this will be really quite subtle, that bit there. But then I'm going to try scrunching it as well. So scrunching up cling film I know from experience can be really good mark and really good texture. So I'm just going to put that in the middle there. And then I'll put some of the parchment, the greaseproof paper on as well. I really like this. You can use it to make collograph plates, which I often do. That they're just like basically printing plates but made from collage. But here I'm just going to sort of fold it and then place it onto the ink, and you can see it's taken it off in a really interesting way. You can see that already. Oh, so I'm just going to place my paper on, and again, this is just a way of building up a library of textures, a library of marks that you can then hopefully you'll find some new favorites, but you can use in your artwork. And you can layer them one on top of the other. You can keep going. So that's the beauty of printmaking, is that you can layer these marks up really, really easily. So just pressing even pressure over the back of the paper there. This is pretty subtle. I mean, especially that bit where I just placed the cling film on, but it's made what I call a sort of lo-fi background texture, which could be used for the beginning of a print. And then I love this parchment area at the bottom. It's got some quite angular and graphic marks there where the folds have been. So I'm going to put these rubber bands back on. So they've got a bit of colour on now because they've been pressed into that red coloured ink. And I think I'm going to pick out this piece of parchment as well and place that on. So like I say, I'm using oil-based ink here, so this has stayed wet, so I should get some kind of print from it. If you end up using water-based ink, it may not get quite as much from it. So I'm just going to press the paper on. I'm using my Baron here again, and I'm just sort of pushing down on those rubber bands, because if I move it too much, they're just going to move all over the place. In fact, there we go, it's moved already. But I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to press down with even pressure. You can use your hand for this as well. You don't have to use a Baron. You could just press down with your hand. It might not be quite as even. So we've got some nice textures there again. Love the rubber bands, kind of wobbly lines, wobbly circles, and then that sort of more angular graphic parchment greaseproof paper print as well. So I'll place the cling film back on and let's have a go with that. So some of that's scrunched up a bit more, some of that is flatter, and I'm just going to use the bottom area of this ghost print that I took because there's not much on it really. And again, just pressing down with the Baron. But you could use a spare roller if you've got one. You could use a rolling pin. You could just use your hands, like I say, especially if you're using thin paper. You will still get a print even when you're pressing with your hands. Okay, that's actually come out nicer, I think, than the original print. Almost looks a bit mountain-like. So that could work quite well for a landscape print of some kind. Well, I hope that's shown you that you can let the texture do the work sometimes. You don't have to do it all yourself. If you would like to join Make Your Mark, the free three-day online event, which is happening between the 27th of February and the 1st of March, then please register via the link below. And that way you're going to get your 3 days of prompts, videos and live stream links. The live streams are recorded, so you will have access to them after if you can't make them live. But it's going to be really fun. We're going to go much further on what we've been doing in these videos, and it's just going to be a really nice fun 3 days, no pressure, just mark making, kickstarting your art practice over the 3 days. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.